We got a 1977 C20 Bonanza. This thing came from a farm down the road, hasn't ran in, I would guess, 10 to 15 years. Maybe we'll figure that out. And it's pretty nice. That tire's holding there. That one's holding there. The grill's not bad. A couple cracks in it. They all break from this handle here. Hood just started to kink. Got the farm mirrors, C20. That's okay. Got the overloads. More of that. All the lights are in it. Hey, there's a bumper. And some free crap that came with it. Must have been a farm rig. Oh, let's see if we can find the registration here. Let's see, what does this say? April of 2011. So, I would venture to say 15 years. Let's take a look inside this thing. It's mint. Dash is cracked. Per the usual. It's about normal. One big chip in the windshield. That's unfortunate. No headliner. Ooh, that's fancy. Got the regular glass in the back. What is this? Oh, shotgun shells. That makes sense. A lot of mouse crap. Smells good in here. We got fuel gauge. Let's assume that doesn't work. What's it say here? 98,000 miles. That might be accurate. Must have had a camper at some point. I don't know what that does. Probably something to do with the camper. Ooh, Kenwood. Oh, all the gauges are here. That's okay. What's under here? Oh, that's fine. We won't worry about that. See if I can get the seat forward. Probably not. Well, I turned it over by hand. We'll grab the tractor, see if we can push it in the door there and get a better look at it. See if we can make this thing fire. I figured before we push it inside, maybe I can blow some crap off of here. That's nice. Let's see if we can get this open. I oiled these springs yesterday. Oh, what do we got here, little buddy? Oh, poor guy. Yeah. So the story is the guy pulled the carburetor off of it 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It was parked behind his garage. Put the carburetor on a boat motor, is what I hear. And couldn't get it to work, so he put it back on here, and then this thing wouldn't start. That might have something to do with it. We'll see. I got a carburetor in the garage that came off a running motor. So we'll see. I want to blow some of this crap off before I bring it in there, though. keep the mess outside. I changed my mind. We're gonna try to slap a battery in it, dump some gas down the carb, and see if she barks off out here. Just wanted to point this out before I slap a battery on it. Little plywood battery tray, like that. What's we got going on here? What's vacuum lines? Golf tee, nice. Vacuum advance is not hooked up. I think it's been sitting outside for a long time with the hood up. That's okay. It's bone dry. Master cylinder's got nothing in it. Like that. What is that? It must be for the trailer brake setup they had. Huh. Nice. All right, let's slap a battery in it, see if it catches on fire. I think I got a key. There is a key in it. It's doing key things. All right, it smells very bad in here. Need to address that if I get it running. Okay, so ignition key in is free spinning. So there's a problem there. We might have to bypass that for now. Oh my goodness, it is stinky. All right, let's see if we got power anywhere else. All right, let's look under this thing. Yeah, buddy, I'm done with the noise. Mm-hmm. Oh, no. That's okay. Oh, it's not gonna rust. She's a little crusty. to say the least. Oh no. That's okay too. We got some homemade bumper back here. Old tractor parts. Huh, all right. Got the big rear end, obviously, C20. All right, got the battery charging over here. Unhook the fuel line. It's going to the carb off the fuel pump so we don't pump a bunch of garbage. And we'll see if we can make this thing turn over. Oh, that's okay. Oh, broke that one. Huh. All right. All right. So here's an update. Battery's charging. I've got a jumper from here to the solenoid. She turns over. Getting no power to my ignition. Right here. We should have switched power here to run the ignition. So I'm obviously getting no spark if I'm not getting switch power to this distributor. So I think the next step's gonna have to be, unfortunately, either hot wiring or finding a replacement for this. So I've got nothing. Horn works, but I got no switched power whatsoever with this tumbler being bad, which is very unfortunate because it stinks and I don't want to clean it out if it's not going to run. So I'll update you when we figure something out here. Either hot wire or I might run a hot to that distributor just to see if it'll start with some fuel down the carb. All right, we got an update here. So this solenoid, I followed the wires back. They're cut off at the back of the frame. I'd imagine they're for the camper or whatever they were pulling before. Along with these brake lines that we saw earlier. They go to a lever under the dash. So I took the hot that was going to that off of that terminal there. It's constant power, not switched. Ran that directly to the distributor. I'm just trying to hear it pop off before I spend a bunch of time and money onto it. Time and money on it. So we'll pull this spark plug off here. Put a little tester in line, just to see what's going on. Maybe. Okay, let's keep an eye on that. And I will take my key here that's ran to the solenoid on the starter. Now we have constant hot to the distributor. See if we get anything there. So we got a hot spark and nothing's on fire yet. So we're gonna unhook that, hook that back up. I haven't pulled any plugs on this. Got some two-stroke gas, that's what I had sitting around. Poked a hole in the cap. See if we can get some in the carb here. Ooh. And see what happens. This thing's got a lot of wiring issues. if you will. So let's see how much of this I can spill all over the place. Actually, let me get a rag first. See if we catch something on fire here. All right. Take our starter and see what happens. So the fuel pump is working, and the gas smells bad. Didn't look as bad as I thought it would, though. So we got a running truck. Goes. All right. Let's see how this comes apart now. That's how that comes out. All right, got the steering wheel off. So this nut has to come off. Whoa. This nut, this ring holds this nut on. There's a couple there's another snap ring right here. Pretty self-explanatory. And it all kind of comes apart. When you turn the key, it runs these gears here. That right on this. This goes in and out. The end of this is broken, which is why when I was turning the key, it was free spinning. First time I had one of these apart, so give me a break. This is hooked to this rod here. This was already broke. So that would explain why. So they were grabbing this with a pair of pliers. Keys on, headlights are on. Battery's dead, but it's turning over. So we're gonna push that back in, be key off. In order to get this off, I think I need the tool to pull these pins out. But for now, I think we can run it like this. See if we can make it run anyway. I've got the key on. I'm gonna see if we're getting power to the distributor. That's how I fired it before. Was hot wiring it, but now that we know that's the problem, Gonna have to wait for that tool, but for now, like I said, I can pull that lever manually. So with the key on, we should have 12 volts to the ignition. And I've got a mess here. Let's see. Good ground here. Let's see how this works. And I've got 12 volts to the ignition. Should run as soon as I figure out this mess, because we saw it was pumping fuel. So I've got an engine right there. I might just swap it out. That's a junk engine. Let's see how frozen this thing is. I should have sprayed it past couple days. Accelerator pump feels good. It's been sitting outside. Let's see. I might hook up the fuel and see what happens. Doesn't hurt to try. So I dumped about 3 gallons of good fuel in it. Let's see. We know that it was pumping from the other day. This carb looks real rough, but nothing else can get it run again. I hooked up that ignition coil, huh? That's hooked back up. We should have fire now. Don't know how much or how long. Starter's weak. We'll let that stay boosting for a while. But it's running. I like that kinked fuel line. Maybe we'll pull that off there while we're waiting for it to charge and see if we can even get any fuel through it. Oh, the whole thing's coming out, why wouldn't it? Just so happen to grab the right size. Oh, that's tight. Maybe actually need a wrench. There it goes. Okay, put it out of work. Try this for maybe one more time. I might just swap carbs off that other one or try to clean this one up. I haven't decided yet. Can't just kill an old small block. Just can't. Vacuum Advance is completely unhooked. Don't ask me why. Wasn't me. Let's see, a little more fuel. I'm making a mess. Throw this away before my kids come out here. Try drinking this blue Gatorade. So we got the charger on boost mode, a couple gallons of antifreeze, dump some brake fluid in it. Pedal still goes to the floor. Let's see if this does anything. Might need to let it charge a while. Somehow it's running. First time in 15 years. I don't know how this carburetor's running. That's not. Probably running on fuel in the bowl. as one would expect, sitting 15 years. Absolutely no brakes. There was no lid on this. I'm sure that water got in it. It runs great. I don't know how. Looking at the carb, pulled a piece of corn out of it. So we're gonna bleed the brakes. Oh, and I cannot believe, at least the front brakes, so I can back it out of the shop here. This wrench popped this loose. So I'm gonna crack the front two loose. Hopefully the other side is as easy as this one. I'm gonna do a little more than crack because I'm sure this thing's plugged with crap, so I'm gonna open it all the way up. Do the same to the other side. Make sure the front of the master cylinder stays full. And hopefully get enough brakes to back this thing out tonight. And I'm gonna call that a win. Update. Both bleeders somehow broke through. Tap a 6-point socket on it, unless you got 6-point wrenches. Let them sit for a while, and I've got a pedal. Got my set of keys here. Steering wheel's back on haphazardly until I get the little down rod here that snapped off. I've got to get the tool here too to pull these pins out. It's for the tilt. So that's where the steering wheel tilts up and down on, is right here. Pin here, and there's one on the other side, and there's a special tool to get that out. I don't have it, and I don't want to hack this apart like the last guy did, even more than it is. So that might be for a different day. But for now, it starts, it brakes, see if it moves under its own power.